All right, so this is Shavon Rest TV. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Turn your post notification bell on so each time I upload a video like this, you get it right there on your phone. So if my voice sound a little, I kind of have a little flu, but I still do it though. So today we're gonna be talking about, a lot of stuff what has been done to us as as a race, right? And we still keep on doing the same thing. Okay, even though we identify what the problem is, we still keep on doing the same thing. Okay, so we have to stop chastising ourselves. We have to stop turning against each other because if we keep on going against each other, either we at work, are we on the street, are we at the church, are we anywhere whatsoever, we are the only race that keep on going against each other. Okay, we right now, as we check, Jamaica top and top is number one right now with crime rate. Okay, now think about it, a little country that barely have 3 million people. Okay, we have 16 to 1500 murder every year. Okay, in a little country, think about that. So when I tell you we are against each other, we are against each other. All right, and it wasn't just it just don't happen overnight. Okay, this is something that was planned against us, and I always say this and I will say it again. The things that they do to us, if we keep on doing the same thing to ourselves, we are no better than what they we are no better than them. Because people like me will tell you, yo, they turn us against each other and we have to get out of that. We have to stop doing this to each other. We have to stop doing that to each other. And someone will see this video and they will just skip by it. They won't even stop to listen to see the point I'm trying to make, right? And then here comes a white guy in a suit and he come and tell you the same thing and you say, yeah, yep, I agree. And then you repost that video, but you wouldn't repost my video. And I say the same thing what he was saying. But guess what? Because of the conditioning of the brain, you don't see it worth it to post my video. But when he say it, it made more sense to you. You know why? We were conditioned. We were in case you don't know what condition is, we were programmed to go against each other, to defeat each other. They don't have to do it anymore. And we were programmed to see them as God and see our own self as our enemy. Okay, which means we see our own black people as our enemy. There's nothing, if you step on someone's toe, there's nothing else you can just say sorry and go. It's gonna be a war, it's gonna be a fight. Someone could die right there. Okay? We are conditioned against each other. It doesn't matter where we at. Sometimes you will think these are intelligent people, intellectual people. As this happened few months ago with Will Smith and I think it's Chris Rock. Yeah, with Jada, Will Smith wife. I mean, you will never see nobody else go on stage and do that except us. Because the thing is, no matter how wealthy and rich we are, you will think that, okay, you are wealthy, you are rich, so your mind will be programmed a different way from us who are not rich. You get the same result. You get the same result. Because these people who are wealthy and rich, you will never expect them to to be programming that way. A matter of fact, these are the people who even program more than us. You know what I mean? So we ourselves have to fix these things. We ourselves have to fix these things. And nobody here trying to be a hero, because all the heroes who came along and trying to help us, who get rid of them? Us. We ourselves get rid of them. You could name them all along: Marcus Garvey, Bob Marley, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. You could name them all. They were people who came here to help us, and we ourselves destroy them. You know? You know why? Everything we push one person to the front. When we do that, they become a target for our enemies. So, for example, when the Chinese they do something, they're not gonna point at a specific person and say he the one who do it, so he's the king. You will never hear that. You would hear they say the Chinese, which mean they're not single out anyone. The Chinese mean the race, the whole race of Chinese. They do this. Everybody get the praise. So when they do something, it's not easy for you to just not know who it is and go kill them. You know what I mean? In Marcus Garvey days, look how much people there was there with him. But they push him to the front. This is what we do. We let him become a target, so that once you get rid of him, everything crash. So we keep on making the same mistake generation to generation over and over again, and we will never, and we thinking that, okay, if we keep doing the same thing, we're going to get different result. We can't get different result if we keep doing the same thing. We have to do different thing to get different result. Okay? If we look at these people as God, because we are conditioned to look at them as God, we have to break out of these things. We have to get out of it. Because if we don't free our mind, if we don't free ourselves, nobody else going to do it. Okay? We will be doing the same thing for our rest of our life and die doing the same thing. And guess what? Your children will come along and they will copy everything that they see you do, because they see their dad and their mom do it. So they think this is the right thing to do. So just keep on working for these people, okay? Keep on allow them to push you around. Keep on allow them to tell you this, tell you that, and your children sit right there and watch. And they will come along and they will do the same thing that they see you do. So this is why you see you have this generation curse going from generation to generation, and it will never change. Because we keep on doing the same thing over and over, and we expecting different result, and our children grew up and watching us doing the same old mistake that our people do before us, our ancestors done before us, and we come along and we do the same mistake over and over again. And our children, they just sit back and watch us doing the same thing, and then they grew up and do the same thing because they watch us doing it. If we don't put a stop to this madness, it will never stop. Okay? Nobody gonna, no invisible guy, nobody gonna come out of the sky to help us. Nobody gonna dig up the ground and come up from out the ground and come and help us. Okay? These are the things that they tell us so that they keep us against each other. All right? They use these things as a barrier for us not to get out of this line, so we could stay in order. All right? These things that they're tricking us with, there's certain things that they tell us. Sometimes you have to think like, are these people kids? Are we kids? Because how can you believe in such thing? How can you believe that there's a man gonna break out the cloud out the sky and come down here and help you? How can you believe such thing? I mean, we must be children, right? But I know the answer. We living in fear. See, when you're living in fear, there's nothing. There's even when you hear the truth, you will run away from the truth. When you're living in fear, anything that they tell you, if they tell you to go right, you're gonna go right. If they tell you to go left, exactly that's what you're gonna do because you're living in fear. We stand for nothing. The first people, if we just get up one day and we have one day left to live, and we just have to kill someone before we leave this earth, it would be a black man or a black woman. This is how conditioned we are. Okay? Against each other. If we don't break this curse of being under these people and rise up, there's no way we're going to get out of this. Our children going to do the same thing. You know how many, I mean, you could count the years since all these people had passed on. These people had passed on probably over 40 years. And we still doing the same thing. Over 40 years. Marcus Garvey, Bob Marley, Marcus Luther King, Malcolm X, all these color, all these people. I can't even remember everyone off the top of my head right now. No matter how much years these people teach us, they tell us it is not relevant, okay? It is not relevant. And I always tell this story when I'm talking about this, about the Holocaust, okay? The Jewish Holocaust. Hitler killed 6,000 Jewish in that Holocaust, okay? 6,000. And in the African Holocaust, over 15 million, over 15 million Africans got killed, not to mention who was implicated, which means they lose a hand, they lose a leg, they lose an ear. They in the Congo, they we have been through the worst. Our Holocaust is the worst. But guess what? Watch the difference. The Jewish, they grew up and tell their kids never forget about that Holocaust that killed only 6,000 Jewish people. Us as African, a matter of fact, when most of us watching this video right now, it's the first day hearing about this. First. But you could go research it, okay? Over 15 million African lost their life in our Holocaust, in the African Holocaust. Nobody want to remember that. And when you talk about it, they'll be like, well, that's in the past. Let's get over it. Why they still pay the Jewish money up to this day for their Holocaust and we not getting nothing? You know why? Because we are not together. We are not united. We have no interest in knowing our past. Okay? We have no interest. Only thing we focusing on right now is just ourselves. This is where we get to. We was never like that. Okay? We was never the race that only care about ourselves. We used to be the race that our children could go next door. If we doesn't have any food, our children could go next door and eat from our next door neighbor without any issue, without anyone cursing about it. If our children come home from school and you're not home, they will go to the next door neighbor and watch TV, sleep, eat till we get home. We used to look out for each other. We used to be a village. Okay? But everything that we do, because they don't like what we do, they make sure they break it up. Okay? They make sure that they break it up and turn us against each other, that our own neighbor can't even say good morning or good evening to each other. And when we say these things, oh, no, this is not appropriate. You can't open their eyes like that. I don't understand. No, we get to the point that they take out all the fathers out the house and leave all these black women and turn, a matter of fact, they turn black women against black men, okay, so that black women could kick black men out of the house, put them on child support, and make us suffer more. Think about it. So there's nothing that we could do to please these people. Nothing. And if you ask them for assistance, if you ask them for help, they will tell you, well, you got a man live there, so there's no need for us to help you unless you're gonna put him out and put him on child support, then we can help you. And guess what? Guess what black women do? They follow by what they say. So if we have our own black woman turn against us, now you see why a lot of us as black men don't even want to look at black women anymore. Okay? Because of these things that you see going on. These programming of the mind, these condition, these food, the chemical that they put in this food to affect our system, to program our brain to go against each other. These are the food that we consume in doing these things as well. Okay? But we, like I say, if it's coming from someone like me, everybody gonna challenge my credibility. Oh, what college you went to? Or what book did you see that in? Or did you read the Bible and see that? They will challenge your credibility to speak the truth. And if you don't have some scholarship, if you don't have some master degree, some some masters in this and in that, in science, in reading, if you don't have this degree, no one would believe you. These are the things that they use to condition our mind. Why do we need a degree to speak the truth? Now think about it. Why do we need a degree to speak the truth? We shouldn't need a degree to speak the truth. The truth is there. It is there for us to see. So when they challenge our credibility, they 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 make up some they make up some sad story and said, well, this, that, that. And every time they speak, our own people believe them over us. And that is what so crazy. This is an example. If we have four people inside of a room, two black, two white, you will never see these two white guys grabbing up each other. Okay? You will see these two black guys grabbing up each other. And guess what? They're defending one of the white guys. This is how conditioned we are. Okay? Anywhere we at, if something wrong with these people, we're quick to say sorry. If you bump into one of these people, you're quick to say sorry to them. You're quick to apologize to these people because you were conditioned that way. But when you bump into your own brother, oh, someone blood have to spill now. It's a problem. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Turn your post notification bell on. This is Shavor and Ras TV, and I'll see you in the next video.